Ahoy there, I'm Captain Chris. I'm not a real captain, but in this video I'm going to show you 5 good things and 5 bad things about Princess cruises. This is based on our cruise on this ship, the Sky Princess, but a lot of the information will be relevant to other Princess cruise ships, especially her sister ships in the Royal class, the Discovery Princess, the Enchanted Princess, the Majestic Princess, the Regal Princess and the Royal Princess. So we'll start with what's good, and the first thing to talk about is the food. 3 main dining rooms on Sky Princess are called Soleil, Cielo and Estrella. They're all huge and they all serve the same menu, and we thought they were really good. We found the service to be fast and the food was delicious. For dinner there's a selection of soup, salads and pasta, main courses and desserts. Some menu items are there every evening, while some are different every day, and they'll accommodate your special dietary requirements, no problem at all. Estrella Restaurant also serves breakfast, lunch and afternoon tea, which was lovely, but if formal dining with waiter service isn't for you, there's plenty of alternatives. Chief amongst these is the World Fresh Marketplace Buffet up on deck 16. Breakfast there includes the usual selection of morning items, from a large cooked breakfast to fruit and yoghurt, cereals and meats. Lunch and dinner will see carvery style meats, pasta, burgers and hot dogs, vegetarian options and salads. Pastries and desserts are always available in their walk-through section called the pastry shop, and you can help yourself to tea, coffee, iced tea and lemonade. We thought the buffet was very good. Maybe not the best we've ever tried, but certainly a solid 8 or 9, and it was always busy in there. Outside by the main pool are another 2 options for you. The Salty Dog Grill, which serves burgers, hot dogs, tacos and loaded fries, and opposite there is Slice Pizzeria, obviously serving a small selection of pizza slices and toasted ciabatta with toppings as well. These were great to try on good weather days when we were relaxing by the pool. Another place we found to be irresistible was the International Cafe in the atrium on deck 5. This is a grab and go style venue with really tempting small plate sandwiches, salads, quiches, pastries and cakes, which varied at different times of the day. It was hard to walk past this place without picking something up, and everything we had there was delicious. All of these places are included in the standard fare, so you can eat really well and enjoy good variety, and all at no extra cost. Number 2 is the onboard entertainment. In the main theatre there are 2 resident shows. Rock Opera was great. It doesn't have a storyline as such, but it's a series of classic rock, some opera and a bit of musical theatre thrown in. Whilst 5 Skies is about a gamer in a virtual reality world trying to save a princess. Other theatre shows may change, but you might expect singing and dancing, comedy and magic, and there was a talent contest and a Mr. and Mrs. game show too. Another venue on board is the Princess Live Lounge, where there's all sorts of things going on, from quizzes and game shows to bingo, art talks and interactive games. We really enjoyed some of the games in here, and the entertainment staff were excellent. In the piazza, which is what they call the central atrium, there's often live music and a dance floor, and the Take 5 Jazz Lounge was very popular with, again, live music in various styles. This place was always popular, although I felt a bit sorry for the performers sometimes, because when the theatre shows finished, everyone poured out of the theatre and walked straight through this lounge to get to the rest of the ship, interrupting their performances. Also on deck 6 is the very large Princess Casino. Now, casinos aren't really my thing, but this one was very popular with dozens of gaming machines, roulette and card tables, and you could easily make a small fortune in here, as long as you start with a big one. Outdoors, and there are several pools and hot tubs. There's the sports court and jogging track where 7 times round makes a mile. There's a pretty tiny mini golf course on the top deck, and there's a very large and well equipped gym with jogging machines, weights and so on, and the very well equipped Lotus Spa for all your pamper treatments. If you're new to cruises and you're afraid that the days at sea will drag, I can reassure you that we find just the opposite. There's so much to do, it's a job to fit it all in. Number 3 is this little thing, which is the Princess Ocean Medallion. You keep it on you at all times and you can use it to pay for drinks, leave and re-enter the ship, check into the restaurants, all sorts of things. It unlocks your cabin door as you approach it, and used in conjunction with the Princess app on your phone, you can pinpoint exactly where your family and friends are because their location shows up on the ship's map, and you can order food or drink through the app and the waiters will find you anywhere on the ship by tracking your medallion. We've experienced wearable tech on cruise ships before, but I thought this one was the best. Number 4 is just a quick point about alcohol on board. Some cruise lines don't let you take your own drinks with you on your cruise, but with Princess you can at least take a bottle of wine or champagne per adult for consumption in your cabin, so you can have a drink in your room before heading out for the evening. There's also the chance of a few free glasses of champagne at the Captain's Champagne Pyramid, where hundreds of champagne glasses are stacked up into a giant pyramid and champagne is poured into the top one, which cascades down into the others. Free champagne is handed out here, so look out for this event and arrive thirsty. Number 5 is the entertainment and activities aimed at children. Camp Discovery is the name of the kids' entertainment programme, and it caters for the age groups of 3 to 7, 8 to 12 and 13 to 17. Each age group has its own area with age appropriate activities like video games, air hockey and a jungle gym. You can leave your kids in the kids club while you go ashore, and parents of younger kids can be issued with a pager, and the kids are fed at lunchtime. There were very few children on our cruise, but we were told that there would be 600 kids on the following week's cruise, which is a lot on a ship that holds about 3,500. So if you don't have kids and you don't want to be around other people's kids, you may want to avoid taking your cruise during the school holidays. Well, that nightmarish scenario brings me neatly on to 5 bad things about Princess cruises. And number 1 is dining reservations. Soleil Dining Room serves meals in 2 sittings at 5:30 and 7:45 p.m. and Cielo Dining Room serves at any time from 5:30 to 9:30. Both of these restaurants require you to book, and you can book on the Princess app as soon as you've paid for your holiday in full. The problem is that if you don't book whilst you're still at home, you'll probably find that all the tables are gone by the time you arrive on board. And if you do book weeks in advance, you don't know at that stage what entertainment shows you'll want to see. So you won't know what's the best time to eat. The alternative to that is Estrella Restaurant, which is available for walk-ins, but gets really busy at the peak times between 6:30 and 7:30. Booking weeks in advance seems to take all the spontaneity out of your holiday, but not doing so can cause problems with seeing the shows. If you do book your dining tables before you leave home, it might be useful to know that the theatre shows are on at 8 and 10 p.m. and usually last for 45 minutes. And that brings me on to point number 2, which is that you can't book the theatre shows. So you need to arrive early for the ones that you really want to see to make sure you get a seat. One thing that's worth knowing about this though is that some theatre seats are held back for those who've paid the Princess Premier fare, and any of those which aren't taken 5 minutes before the show starts are then released to everyone else. So if the theatre is full when you get there, it's worth hanging around to see if you can get one of those. Number 3 is something we noticed about most of the speciality restaurants. That's the fancy name for the restaurants that you have to pay extra for, and there are some very nice ones. Alfredo's Pizzeria serves pizza and pasta and was always very busy. The Crown Grill is Princess's steak and seafood restaurant and is adjacent to the Crown Grill bar where there's music playing. And the Chef's Table Lumiere is a foodie's dream where the head chef prepares a tasting menu for a single table of no more than 12, and that's located within Cielo Dining Room. And that's what we noticed. All of these extra cost restaurants, with the exception of Sabatini's Italian restaurant, lacked privacy. Far from having an intimate romantic meal for two, these restaurants are mostly positioned with lots of people passing by. Alfredo's Pizzeria and Bistro sur la Mer has dozens, probably hundreds of people passing by while you ate your meal. And the Chef's Table Lumiere is literally in the middle of one of the busiest restaurants on board. Same for the Crown Grill and the Ocean Terrace Sushi and Seafood Bar, where you'll be gawped at and commented on by every passerby. Number 4 is something I noticed about the drinks prices. Now, if you've paid the higher price for the Plus or Premier fare, this won't apply to you because a drinks package is included. But if you've just paid the lowest standard fare, then you'll be buying your drinks as you go along. Each day, a $17 per person gratuity charge is added to your onboard account. In fact, it's $18 if you're staying in a mini suite and $19 if you're in a suite. But each time you buy a drink from a bar, 18% gratuity is automatically added to the price. Is it just me being mean, or does that feel like you're tipping twice? $17 per person per day means well over $200 per week for a couple in gratuities, and then you buy a $9 beer and find that it's been charged at $10.62. Seems a bit much to me. In fact, and here's number 5, there are plenty of add-ons for those who've only paid the standard fare. Room service is chargeable, ordering drinks using the app has a first time charge, Wi-Fi is extra, and all of the specialty restaurants and the specialty coffee and tea. Now obviously this is the cruise line trying to encourage you to trade up to one of the higher fares in order to get some of these niggling charges included, or your drinks included, or gratuities. So should you cave in and pay the higher fare, and if so, which one? Or is it still better to pay the lowest price and then pay for everything else as you go along? Well, I've made another video to guide you through all of this, and the link to it is appearing down here. So I'll see you over there next, and until I do, thanks for watching.